Hello? I think it's working now. What's up, guys? How was your holidays? Hopefully it was good. What's up, Slam Banjo? So James, Mikey, Isaac, AR Perez. Getting a little bit of a pump skis here. So this is pretty cool because we're trying to break out of this daily downtrend if we get a strong daily candle close. This could look good. We'll get into all that in a second. What's up, Fred? Oh, sorry, guys. Luna, can't be doing that, okay? We're not gonna do that. No. Hey. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My dog is going a little crazy, but alright, so we had the weekend. Let's jump into this. Let's start with the 4 hour. So we still have a very important level on the 4 hour to break, and it's going to be let's see. Oh yeah, so it's going to be the 4 hour high up here that we SFP to like 90,500. That's still going to be the key level that we want to see Bitcoin break if we want to come up here and add beefy back to the chart, right? Because right now we are still in a bear trend, which should be still guilty till proven innocent. Now, something nice that is happening. So if we take our ray and put it on our high and then our new high after the break of structure, we do have this daily downtrend. It's just what we were taking shorts from up here, shorts from up here, shorts from the previous supply test last week, right here. Right, that was all from this this daily downtrending resistance that we tried to break out of and failed. And over the weekend, we came up to that resistance again. We did a little bit of battling here. But we are trying to durably break above that now, which is nice. The first positive sign, so we had this JPAL that we shorted last week here with our SFP break of structure on the 15-minute time frame. But that leaves our 15-minute high. Let's see, so we broke structure, made a new high here. We didn't put in any relevant highs down here. So this would be our 15-minute bullish break of structure, would be right here. And basically 89,000, kind of where we're coming up to right now. If we do get an SFP of this level and then a lower time frame break of structure, we can look to take that as a short back down. Since the 4 hour is still bearish, we are now back in the premium of the range on the 4 hour. If we grab our 4 hour high, and our low, we look at our premium discount zones. Yeah, we are still pretty high up in premium here on the 4 hour. So let's go ahead and set this alert together. So if we already have an alert here, yeah, for 4 hour break of structure, because we do want to be alerted if we do break above here. Now I'm only going to be around for today for the weekly open. Oh, you're right, my fault. You're right. I'm only going to be open around today for the weekly open, and then tomorrow, and then I'm going to be gone on vacation for 3 days, and then I'll be back Friday morning. So I want to make sure you guys are prepared for whatever move we may get while I'm gone. So just know if we do close a 4 hour candle above 90,500, then you can start looking for longs again at the lows of 4 hour structure and take those 5 and 15-minute breaks and leave a runner like we were doing with shorts in this range here. So let's also put an alert here on this 15-minute bull break. We have a little bit of supply here that we're knocking on the door of right now. This is going to be our 15-minute supply. Did we set up any structure coming into this? No, we didn't. Yeah, yeah. Alright, so now we're breaking that 15-minute structure now. At 8 minutes left on this candle, we'll see how this closes. This is strong. This is, oh, that was probably loud for you guys, huh? Sorry about that. This is good. This is kind of the strength that we want to see out of a daily downtrend break. You want to see break, retest, go. But we really want to see this 15-minute close strongly above here. We can try to get maybe a retrace into the morning, get some sort of structure to take along. But we still do have to bear in mind that we're bearish on the 4-hour, right? So we're getting long at like a retest of the daily momentum, expecting like you would take profit at the highs and then go from there. But this does look, strong. Nice. So if we kind of look back at previous daily downtrend lines, let's see. Right, like here, once you broke the downtrend, you kind of went sideways and then pumped. If we look over here, right, once you broke out of the downtrend, you went sideways and then pumped. Right here, you break out of the downtrend, sideways and pumped. Right here, you break out of the downtrend, you go sideways and then you pump, right? So could we be expecting that? If we are still in the bull market, we could definitely be expecting that, but what would be the clear sign for me would be a break of the 4-hour structure. So like right now, are we going to break out, break 4-hour, go sideways, and then pump, right? We would need to be aware of our bearish pink box here, like 98,000. Now, why are we looking at 98,000? So we've talked about this on stream before. So we have the daily structural high up here, like 107,500. So if we do pull our golden pocket from there, right, that leaves us with this golden pocket here, which is also confluent with previous lows here. Confluent with our previous lows here. So this would be a really key area that we'd be looking for rejection. Now, if we were to break 4-hour, go sideways and pump, approach this, and break 4-hour structure coming down out of that, you can put stop loss here, targeting the daily week low, right? That would trade would look something like this. Right? And then, since it's a daily downtrend, you could even leave a runner on that as well. Now, if we want to talk about going back to all-time highs, for me, it's important to see us get a daily close above 107,500. Now, why 107,500? Well, because that's the daily break of structure, and it's also, if we look at our weekly time frame, right? Also, an SFP of this would be like a retest of the weekly golden pocket, which is an area that we would definitely want to watch for rejection. So, if we had like our weekly box, that would be like here, right? Our weekly pink box. So for me, if we can durably get a daily close above 107, then that makes me more optimistic on a pullback to get that all-time high move. But we'll have to wait and see. How's that 15-minute looking now? Okay, this has been mitigated. Let's get this out of here, clean this chart up a little bit. It's a nice move. On the short side, if we SFP this level again, like let's say we put in an SFP here, and then we get another break of structure here, like say, right, then we could look for the same short that we took here up here again, But if we close above here, then you're looking for pullbacks, you're looking for 15-minute market structure, or even 5-minute if you're in a daily uptrend and you're looking to hop on trend to ride back up to the 4-hour week high. So it's what we talk about on this channel all the time, right? So if you're in a downtrend, then a bullish break of structure is just an opportunity for the structure, like golden pocket retest, right? For the structure to break bearish again, stop loss here, targeting the week low. Right? So if we're in an uptrend, it's the same thing but upside down, right? Which is why we always show you on the chart whether you have beefy backing you up like this, or you have boo boo stopping you like this, right? So, right? That's why it's important to always have a bias. Okay, let me check in with chat here. What's up, Joey? How you doing? Hope you had a good Christmas. What's up, Mikey? What's up, Bull Runner? If you guys have any questions you want to ask, well, I kind of want to see how this 15-minute closes. You guys can ask those in chat. Any of y'all trade this weekend? Man, until the open, this was very, very choppy range all weekend. We got a pretty nice, so at the lows here, last Friday, we got a pretty nice break of structure on like the 1 minute and 2 minute here. And then we got our golden pocket retrace. And then we have been going up since then. But I mean, this mess over the weekend, this low liquidity sweep was exhausting. Joey, you were trading over the weekend? Are you long right now? Alright, we got 1 minute to close on this 15-minute candle. Short bias as always. Don't trust this. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll know more at this daily close. If we get a strong daily close today, that is a good sign for further upside. But the real sign is going to be how it performs at 90,500. If we can get a clean close above that, then this starts to look a lot better. Because one thing that this did well on the 4-hour... Oh, wait, did we get... Yeah, we did get a close. That's a strong 15-minute close. We've now had a 15-minute bullish break of structure. So it would be really nice if we could make a run up to 90,500 right now. That'd be cool. But if we don't, right? One thing, so to keep in mind, so your 4-hour is bearish right now, and your 15-minute is bullish. So it's not the time to be taking shorts, right? But it does create that opportunity. If we do come up here and set a 15-minute low and set a 15-minute high and then break that low, that would be an opportunity to get short. Or if we pull back to our golden pocket here and we get a 5-minute break, we could try to take longs TP1 up here and then TP2 at the 4-hour. We already did mitigate this after breaking out, which is nice. But right now our 15-minute low externally is still down here at the lows. Where's the 4-hour high? Yeah, so the 4-hour high is up here, like 90,300, 90,500. This area here. So we want to see a close above here. If we get a candle close above here, then we can look for pullbacks to get long. Or you can just ride structure to the upside. That's basically when we'll be able to remove a boo-boo here and add beefy back. Now, something to be aware of. So the last time we had a 4-hour break of structure, right, we just SFP'd it, and then we set a low, and then we SFP'd the high, and then we broke down. So we didn't really have a strong break of structure. But yeah, like 90,500. Where's the 15-minute strong low? 15-minute strong low is down at 86,578. Yeah, so if we get any shortable structure up here, we can look to take that short. If we set a low here, and then like let's say we get a really shallow low, we could look to get long. The only problem is you're in the premium of the 4-hour range. I would rather be more patient and get long after that break and come back down and get a bull break, in my opinion, because you're sweeping some short liquidity right now. You're kind of tapping into this 15-minute supply here. Getting a little bit of rejection. The close of this daily candle should give us a better indication of whether this is a real breakout with strength. If we see a strong close here on the daily, then that would make me a little more optimistic on this break of downtrending resistance. There was a coin that I got an alert on just a minute ago. It was Hype. Yeah, so Hype is also trying to break out of this big downtrending resistance here, which is nice. If we can see Hype get a really strong close today, then we could look at that. Yeah, so Hype had a 4-hour break here. Now it has change of character. Now it has break of structure. If Hype can close above here, I could see a position on Hype here. Getting long with your stop loss underneath the new 4-hour strong low, trying to ride it up, take some of this liquidity, because this is mitigated. This is mitigating this earlier. Yeah, I could see Hype making a run if we could do this, but it's going to depend on if we get a close above here. I'm going to set another alert here. Yeah, if we can get Hype to close above 26,412, it looks a lot better with this breakout. Let's take a look at ETH. How does ETH look? I'm going to clean up this chart. Yeah, I'm going to clean up this chart. Wait, what did I delete off there? Hold on. Did I delete all of our stuff? Oh, okay, I already did that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so ETH, let's decipher this here on the 4 hour. So ETH gets a 4 hour break of structure here, breaks back bearish here, comes back. We get our bull break here, we set a high, we set a low. We break back bearish, reset. Another high here. Okay, so ETH is actually under bullish 4 hour structure after the break here over the weekend. We come back. So for us, so we had our change of character. For us to get a break of structure on ETH, we need to see ETH close above 30,074. That would give you a stop. Let's see. If we can get ETH above here. What do we look like on our momentum on ETH? Okay, not bad. That would be a break of momentum also there. It's a 3-to-1. It's not terrible. Did we get 15-minute down here? Nice little rounded bottom on ETH. So ETH actually held structure on this dump on the 15 because you never got a sweep of this high. So you had your low here and you never broke that low. So ETH might have given a little bit of a clue here. Man, ETH had a nice setup at the lows here. You come back to demand. What did you break down there? Yeah, you got 1 minute. You got a 1 minute breakout of demand here. Then you came back. It's this golden pocket. Man, that was a clean trade on ETH. So I know I'm going a little fast for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. So ETH was under bullish 15-minute market structure here on the dump with Bitcoin, right? So, and then it came back down to demand, right? This is range, initiation, mitigation, continuation, and it's now come back all the way to attack the highs. And when you came down to the demand here, you had your 4 hour bullish, your 15-minute bullish, and then you got a 1 minute break of structure at the lows. You got a golden pocket retest out of that because you never you did sweep the high here. That makes it a little less clean, but yeah, you get a golden pocket retest here back into demand, and then up you go. This looks nice. So for ETH now, we have new 15-minute structure. Did ETH close above as well? It did, yeah. So we have our golden pocket pullback here. We have some demand here. But we're not going to have active structure in there. Yeah, we're not going to have active structure in there. So if you were going to take this long as this golden pocket of this. Yeah, so you could, if you wanted to jump in on ETH, you could look for a reaction here. The problem is you're not going to have low time frame structure unless we come up, sweep this high, break bearish, and then come here. You could get active structure in that case, but with the way that's set up right now, like you wouldn't get 5-minute structure there. But that is somewhere to definitely be aware of if you guys are looking to catch the ETH move. If we do come down for mitigation, you could look to get here. Your strong low in that case would be down here. Let's see. We have some demand here that we could come back for. Yeah, in the morning, depending on where we're at, I may I might take a shot on ETH. We'll see. Because I do like that it's 4-hour structure, it's 15-minute structure, it's bullish, and we've got some key mitigation levels below us. So we'll wait and see. But if you're looking for like the bigger trade, so we had our change of character on the 4 hour. So if we get our break of structure here, you have a strong low down here that you can trade away from, looking to come back up. Man, are we going to get a bullish week here? Let's see. Was this a 30-minute high as well? No, because we didn't have a break there. 30-minute high is still a little bit higher. 30-minute high. It was a 24-minute though. I remember that because there was. Yeah, but that was internal, so it's not as important. Yeah. There's some key levels to watch in the morning. Like if we come back to mitigate this, could be along there. On the short side, I would be looking for like setting 2 red candles here, coming back up, sweeping the high, and then coming and breaking. So that's if we're not going to break this downtrend. That's what I'm looking for. But definitely interesting move on daily open. Yeah, this is probably the most bullish thing I've seen. I just want to see follow through. Like, if this is going to come up to, you know, 107,000 or 98,000, you know, it's a little better to wait for confirmation and then get it on the confirmed uptrend versus trying to jump the gun here with the breakout. At the very least, if you're going to be trading this breakout, you want to see a strong daily close, right? Like we were looking at some of the previous ones here. Right, it wasn't really till we got that strong daily candle up that we went sideways and up, right? It wasn't really until we get our strong daily close above it, right? Because I mean, you could draw it like this and say, hey, we got all of these, we attacked it here, right? Like before this daily candle was closed, this looked like a strong close, right? But it wasn't until we get like a clear strong candle close above that we actually get to go. And you'll notice like on these breakouts, like for example down here, right, you still have time to get in after it confirms, right? So just something to keep in mind. Wait for a strong daily close on this downtrend breakout. Yeah, that's correct, AR. Alright, cool, guys. Do y'all have any altcoins that y'all want me to look at? Anything look cool? I'll tell you what would be really cool. It'd be really cool if we like could get a bear break on the 5-minute here, come down for the morning, and get like a 5-minute bull break here to take to the long side to come back up and attack the highs. If this breakout's gonna hold, that would be the safest entry in my opinion. And you can also trade the bear break to the downside as well. Just understand that if you get a bull break down here, you probably should take profit on that short. ETH, please. Yeah, we already looked at ETH a little bit. We can look at Sol. Ooh, Sol reclaimed 126. I like to see that. Okay. Alright, so let's start over here because this chart's a little messy. I mean, I can just clean it up myself. There's some... Okay, so what's important here is that we're attacking 4-hour structure on Sol right now. So this is your 4-hour high on Sol right here at 129. So if we are able to close above that on this 4-hour candle, that would be a 4-hour break of structure on Sol. I'd be looking for a retrace to around 126. This is a very key level, like 126.80. Look for bull breaks down there to get long. That would be really cool. But you will have a change of character on the 4-hour, which is nice. We've had a break of this downtrending resistance line. And I was struggling to break out of. We finally broke out of it, coming back up. Yeah, if we can close above 129 on Sol, that's really good. And then we can start looking for entries that we can hold a runner on to go higher. Man, Bitcoin is there's definitely some hopium on this weekly open. There's a little bit of hopium. But you guys know 90,500 is the real level for me that we got to break. But it doesn't look terrible. And we've got a nice 15-minute low there. We get 15-minute structure. Maybe a 12-minute. No. Okay, we did get 12-minute here. So we do have external 12-minute structure. Broke back bullish here. Came down. Holding pocket. Running it up. Okay, so we do have a 12-minute low here. So that's something interesting on Sol. I like that it's underneath our 127 support level. But something to be aware of, if we do SFP here on the 4-hour, if we SFP, what's the RR there? It's only like a 2 RR, but if we SFP this on the 4-hour on Sol, and then we come back down and we break this bearishly, you could get a pullback kind of. What would that RR be? What would we need for 3? So that's almost a 3. Yeah, so if we do get an SFP on the 4-hour here and then we break bearish structure here, you could be interested in like a range rotation from the 4-hour SFP with an entry right at our support resistance line. That could be a nice setup to take back to the lows. But also just keep in mind, if we do break 4-hour here, you're looking for pullbacks and you're looking for like the 5-minute or 15-minute to break back bullish. For entries into the new bull trend. It's Bitcoin. Let's see, did it sweep? It didn't sweep. I would have preferred a sweep on this candle. Would have been nice. Would have allowed for SFP break of structure. That's what I see on Sol. You gotta wait for that 4-hour to break. Night? Yeah, we can look at night. Man, Bearded called this coin so good. Okay. So we break 4-hour bullish here. What did we pull back to? Oh, they almost gave you golden pocket. That's awesome. What did we get at the highs? We get 15-minute. So we did. So you can see on the highs over here, we got a 15-minute bear break. Did we get 786 out of that? Yeah, so you break bearish on the 15-minute, you get golden pocket, you get continuation, you come down, you get a fake out bull break here on the 15-minute at the trend line, then they sweep the low again, then you get another bullish break of structure. The second one, it looks like plays, you break bullish here, you come back down, and you're pumping up out of this. what we have here. So you break this high here, and you SFP it here. So we SFP'd the 15-minute structure here. Kind of retesting the previous supply area here. So there's a couple things. So we have bullish 4 hours. So if we like sweep this again, and then like if this candle closes red and then we sweep this again and come down, you could have like a JPAL at the highs that you could be looking to short. Just understand that you would need to aggressively take profit at this low. I'm less interested in like if it breaks this, shorting it, just because it's a new coin and your stop loss would have to be all the way up here. That's quite a big stop loss, basically to come down to these lows maybe. Yeah, I'm less inclined on the short side to play that than it would be if we get like a nice little JPAL right here at the highs, especially because we have like so how are we holding these uptrend lines? Oops. Yeah, so since we have lost this momentum line from the start here, I'd be more interested in like a JPAL. But if you are long, like from somewhere down here, if we do break under 84, just be careful because we do have an SFP break of structure on the 15-minute. So definitely something to pay attention to. But Knight has bullish structure on the 4 hour, so as long as the 15-minute doesn't break, you're still, yes, you're SFPing. I'd watch this low. If this low doesn't break, then you're still on track to come attack the weak high. This would be a major sign of caution for me if 83.5 breaks. So yeah, that's basically what I can give you on it right now. If you get like a SFP break of structure right here, that risk reward is good enough. Just understand, take profit aggressively here, which is already, it looks like a 2-to-1. And then you could leave a runner down to these lows here at like 71. Otherwise, if you're already long, be very careful with the break of 83.5. It could get ugly. Zek? Yeah, we can do Zek. Okay, so Zek bounced from... Hey, look at that. We had a buy box there. Nice. Alright, so what we were talking about on Zcash was that we needed to see a 4-hour break of structure. Wow, this played out great. So we were talking about how we had our buy level here that we came down and tapped. On the 4 hour, we had a SFP break of structure here. Then we come down and we get another SFP break of structure here. We also get our range, initiation, mitigation, continuation. Zek looks good. Man, Zek gave you a 4-hour JPAL, bullish JPAL at the buy level. It's very beautiful. Then it fakes you out with a bear break to the downside, breaks back bullish here, and off to the races. You've got a 4-hour low on Zek here. What does the 1 hour look like? Let's zoom out with the daily. Yeah, so your daily structure is still bullish. That's what we were talking about. Your daily low is all the way down here at 185. So you come up. It was at a 786 on your daily. Yeah, you bounce from the 786 on the daily almost exactly. That's why it's important to know where to pull your fibs from. Or wait, yeah, we had a daily low here actually. That's my mistake. Let's see. So was that golden pocket? Okay, yeah, it was still 786, 886 level. Alright, so we have our downtrending resistance here on Zek to come into. This chart's kind of messy for me. Let's see. So something that I'd be aware of on ZEC. So we're putting in like a 1 hour SFP on ZEC. If we come down and break 522, so if Bitcoin's gonna fail, like if this is a fake out and it doesn't go to break 4 hour structure, something to be aware of would be if we put in a bearish 1 hour JPOW here. So if we come down and close below 522, I could see us run some of this liquidity in this uptrend. I like a retest of like 457, so I could see us come back and grab that. There's so much liquidity in this. Yeah, there's so much liquidity in this to come grab. If we put in a 1 hour JPOW up here, I would be a little careful with getting some sort of retracement out of that. Man, that was such a beautiful 4 hour bullish break of structure right out of the buy level, right out of this 4 hour order block. Getting a little overextended now in my opinion, especially with this overhead resistance right here. But yeah, really nothing to worry about on ZEC until you close below 520. You can trade away from this bullishly until 520 breaks. Look out for the liquidity below. Let me check on Bitcoin one more time. Putting in another red candle here in about 2 minutes, which is nice. It'll give us a nice 15-minute low to play off of. If we do 12-minute, no, we didn't set one. 10-minute, 5-minute. Yeah, we've got a possible 5-minute structure to play off of as well. Alright guys, well I hope you all had an amazing Christmas and happy holidays. And there's one more stream this week. I'll be live tomorrow. I'm going to write up the weekly market pulse today. Thank you all for being here. Go make sure you tell someone you love them. Still the holidays. And as always, my name is Wave Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. See you guys tomorrow.